Virtuoso's AI-driven test automation platform can be used by anyone within financial services to test across browser-based applications such as front-end portals, customer management portals, transactional platforms, product management platforms, but also testing at the API or microservice layer to test end-to-end business workflows across applications, whether off-the-shelf or multi-vendor, as data flows both within and across those applications and modules. And this is to perform system testing, UAT testing, or it could be ongoing regression testing, particularly as updates are made to those platforms to ensure they continue operating. The benefits of doing this using Virtuoso are largely in four areas. You have cost efficiencies, you have faster ROI through greater automated end-to-end coverage, you have time savings and market agility, particularly when bringing new financial products and services to the market sooner, but by assuring quality to release them as soon as possible. And you have risk mitigation and quality enhancement by making sure the compliance and business continuity are attained through better quality assurance. With Virtuoso's AI-driven natural language, anybody can begin creating test steps using our out-of-the-box natural language syntax, as well as being able to look at the screen and write the values of elements that they see. Without any setup, we have bots which then go and discover those elements on the screen. The added benefit being that I could actually start authoring test steps prior to the application being ready, because the natural language doesn't require any pre-definition of objects. These are done as the test is running. We call this live authoring. In addition, where there are common segments, these can be added into a library. We call these checkpoints, where, for example, I could have my login steps, which I can then have store in the library, add in, and begin composing my test from reusable segments, instead of having to build tests from scratch all the time. What this allows you to do is build what we call journeys, end-to-end workflows that, for example, can log in, can open an application, could create a data-driven workflow using data from different sources, data generated in the test, from test data tables, even incorporating API calls to drive the tests. And even I could have multiple applications open to perform end-to-end testing within a single journey. What happens when Virtuoso's tests are running is the AI bots are automatically identifying all of the available selectors for each of the elements. What we do is when the tests are running, we're using AI to be able to automatically re-identify if the element still appears on the screen, whether a menu item, a form field, a drop-down, for example. If the element structure has changed, for instance, classes, IDs, XPaths, we're using AI to automatically heal those, which really removes test maintenance burden from your testing. Once the tests have been built, they can be factored into what we call goals, more like test packs within your projects and your organization. You can build in execution plans. So, for example, you could have your system test pack, your regression test, your UAT test. You can plan what goes into those, which tests, which journeys, whether they're data-driven, for example. This can be triggered from CI/CD pipelines or on schedules. And then Virtuoso acts as your grid, where you can run tests in parallel by default, capturing natural language test step outputs, fully versioned test results, reports showing me passes and fails. And if there are failed rows, I could go through and look at both natural language steps, before and after screenshots, look at step timings, event logs, but then I can scroll down and see clearly where a test step has failed, including a root cause analysis to begin analyzing as to why that has occurred. So Virtuoso's natural language test automation allows for end-to-end testing across multiple applications or modules within an application in natural language, making it quick and easy for anybody to author, but very powerful to incorporate data-driven testing in both the UI and API layer, and then make it very fast to run tests in parallel, report on them, but also with the AI self-healing, reduces test maintenance burden to ensure that you can release as soon as possible with the highest quality assured.